So you probably heard that saying, life is hard. And I think that that's something that you need to start to internalize in order to be a successful entrepreneur and run a business or a company or whatever it is that you're building. Because one of the biggest roadblocks that you're going to face is this internal feeling of, I don't want to do this because it's going to add so much stress or it's going to be so difficult. And what I want you to realize, and this is something that I have for a long time told myself and made myself believe in order to be such a high, achieving entrepreneur, is you are going to have the same amount of stress and the same amount of discomfort and the same amount of angst, no matter what it is that you do in your life. Whether you choose to go to school, you're going to be stressed about your tests. Whether you choose to work a 9 to 5, you're going to be stressed about getting fired or not being able to get a raise. Whether you start a business, you're going to be stressed about it failing or you going broke. There's no universe in any world ever where you are not going to be stressed and you are not going to go through hardship. It is a fundamental part of life. And when you can actually take this idea and understand that it is a law that just exists in living. If you are alive, you are going to face hardship. That is the only way that there can be balance in the universe. Once you can really see that fact and take it for what it is, now you can start doing the tasks that are actually going to push you forward. It's going to be hard is not an excuse for you anymore. And honestly, I want you to take out this word hard from your vocabulary at all. What I want you to replace it with is saying it's new, because there is nothing that you cannot do. I promise you, it is just new. When you're learning a new language, it's going to be hard. It's almost a synonym for each other. But when you tell yourself something is hard, you're putting a subconscious thought in your mind that you are incapable of doing it. But everyone knows the more you do something that's new, the better you're gonna get. Back to the main point that I was talking about. Now that things in your mind are always going to be seen as the equal level of stressful and hard, no matter if you're broke and you're homeless and you're trying to find food, or whether you're super rich and the IRS is coming for you because you didn't pay your taxes, you can focus on doing the thing that is going to push you in the farthest direction of success that you want in your life. What I mean by this is when I was 18, I decided to drop out of college. That was a very big and stressful decision, but I knew that if I stayed in college, I would be very stressed about making the right decisions and is this degree going to be enough for me to reach my goals and how long is it going to take to accomplish everything that I want? But if I dropped out, I would be as stressed as, am I going to be able to figure it out? Is this the right choice? Am I someone who can take this risk and make it worth it? It's two sides of the same coin. No matter what you do, you're going to feel the same level of stress and pressure. So understanding that, hey, if I do 100 cold calls a day and I spend my time, my physical time doing this thing to try and make money, get leads, sign clients, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be hard. It's going to make you upset. You're going to get, people screaming at you over the phone, and it's going to make you emotional. Versus if you spend money on ads, it's going to be the same level of stress of, is this going to work? Am I spending too much? What if I go broke? It's equal. It's just two sides of the same coin. So what I need you to do is take all of this fear and take all of this stress and take all of this anxiety that you have about making the next step and put it to the side, because no matter what the fuck you do, it's gonna be there regardless. So it's not a point of contention in making a decision. A decision should never be made based off of what is going to stress me out less, because it is an inevitable feeling and is an inevitable part of growing a business and becoming successful. Find what is going to give you the most leverage. People throw the word leverage around all the time, but I want you to think of it as your time for money. And people say that you should not trade your time for money, but it's the only fucking thing we have. Time is constantly going. My agency made over $10,000 this week and I didn't touch my phone once. That is the pinnacle of leverage. Not only have I built a business that is successful, but I've built a business that does not rely on my individual input. And because of that, it allows me to continue to grow at a pace without cold outreach and without any paid ads. Now, the part that's important is understanding when you need to take advantage of this leverage, because it should not be taken advantage of in the very beginning. In fact, your highest leverage activities when starting a business is doing everything yourself. You need to have a complete understanding of what it is that you provide, who you provide it to, what the pricing should look like, how to talk to the customers, how to deliver the service. Every single step needs to be in your mind before you can delegate it. This is the issue with people who are starting an agency and they try to delegate cold outreach or they try to run ads when they have never successfully done it themselves. If you have only ever signed 1 or 2 clients through cold outreach and now you're trying to delegate it to somebody who knows it almost at the exact same level that you do, they're going to just fail miserably and you're going to waste your money and your time. And it's actually the opposite of creating leverage. My point being, in the very beginning, the thing that is going to give you the most benefit is understanding the business to a point that you can delegate the work to somebody else. If you cannot train them, giving them the job is completely pointless. But on the contrary, there does become a time where doing the work yourself is only keeping you stuck in the same spot. If you're making $10,000 or $20,000 a month and you're still doing cold outreach yourself, you're wasting your time. Your effective hourly rate is lower than it should be because this is a task that you know well enough that you can delegate to somebody else and you can get that time back, making your time worth more money. And this keeps going. It doesn't stop at 1 employee, it doesn't stop at 2, it doesn't stop at 100. It's something that continues on the more you build your business. So what I need you to do is take a piece of paper, write down everything that you are doing on a day-to-day basis in your business. Now what I want you to do is be painfully honest with yourself. Think about what the most important tasks are, and also think about what tasks can only be done by you. For example, at my current stage in this business, nobody else could have recorded this video because no one has the brand authority that I do. This is a personal brand. People come here to hear me speak. If I had somebody else here, no one would watch the video. But for example, maybe the editing, maybe if it's clipped up, maybe posting the actual video, all can be done by somebody else and it doesn't affect my brand. Effectively giving me that time back and making my hourly rate higher. I know I've said it a million times, but I really want to get it through that you need to think about how much time you're putting in for how much you're getting out. I guarantee 9 out of 10 people watching this video have at least 5 tasks that somebody else could be doing for them, and they would free up so much time to continue working on the business. This is the biggest trap every entrepreneur is going to go through, especially when they're trying to get past, I would say about 20 to 30,000 a month, is the fear of hiring and getting your time back. You're so good at everything and you've built something that is so valuable and actually works, you don't want to fuck it up, which is totally fair and understandable, and I felt the exact same way. It's a normal feeling. But the truth is, in order to take that next step and go into a higher tax bracket, you need to hand shit off. And it's gonna be stressful. It's gonna be hard. You're going to struggle. Only because it's new. It's not because you're incapable. It's not because your business model's broken. It's because it's new. Back to what I was saying, write down everything on a piece of paper and tell yourself what needs to go. If it does not need to be done by you, give it to someone else. The first couple of weeks will be stressful. It'll also be stressful to not do it. It'll be stressful to have the entire business rely on you, and it'll be stressful to train people to run the business. Which one is going to take you farther in life? Having everything depend on you and your time and your success and your ability, or building a team of players that can handle it without you? Obviously the latter. Continue to make decisions that will push you farther in your goals, and do not let stress be a reason to not make that decision. Allow yourself to feel stressed. It is a normal feeling. The second that you start to obsess over stress, the second you lose control of the situation. Understand where your time is needed in your business and where to delegate it, and you will make more money than you could ever imagine, and you will grow faster than all of your peers. Stress is a part of the game. Delegation is a part of the game. Leverage is your biggest focus. I promise you, let's win.